of people on this call that do not know what social Mobi hot sites is, which surprised me. So I'm going to go through it, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through it in rapid fire mode, and then I'm going to make sure that we get enough value to the people that have already bought it. So hang in there with me, and then I'm going to go over some real quick SEO strategies that you can use for the hot sites that you've already done. Is that a good agenda, guys? Just say yes or no, and let me know what you think, Lee.
Yeah, Chad, I think that's absolutely awesome because I do know a lot of people from the community have got it and they are interested with the Q&A session of doing it. But as so, people do want to know what it's all about because there are a few people on the call who, haven't had time up until this point to actually see the product. So being able to speak to someone like yourself who is, is fully using it and Jan as well from the Squeeze Mobi crew, that'd be absolutely fantastic.
Okay, cool. And they're saying they did see the sales video too. So how about if I just demonstrate the software to you guys, skip the pitch, and then go into the strategy session? Would that make everybody happy?
I think that's pretty cool.
Okay, let's do that. Awesome. All right, so you guys are seeing my dashboard here, right? Awesome. Okay, now let me say this first of all. Even though I am very involved with this product, did all the marketing and everything else, I'm going to show you something, okay? If I type in CasperRealEstateWY.com, this here is my own site. I'm going to have 500 of these sites. I met with an outsourcer the other day. I met with 3 outsourcers. I met with 2 SEOs, and I am putting together a plan to absolutely kill this. Matter of fact, I gave some suggestions to Squeeze Mobi on some of the stuff that we saw from an SEO point. So what I'm trying to tell you is that this is a business model that I'm going to be doing with you guys. That's how much I believe in this model, okay? That's the first thing I want to tell you. This here is an awesome opportunity, guys. I've done 9 webinars for this, and at first I saw it. I saw a beautiful template and everything, but I didn't quite, everything didn't start clicking until I really got involved with this product. And then once I saw it, I was like, holy crap, the sky is the limit for this. Because I'm going to tell you what my end goal is, and then I think you guys will get some light bulbs clicking on. And by the way, it's 9 o'clock in the morning here in Casper, Wyoming, so I just woke up like a half hour ago. All right, so you have to hang in there with me. This site right here, guys, here is my goal. Imagine if you could take the top keywords in real estate for Wyoming, and trust me, I'm very involved with real estate here in Wyoming, and every single one of those keywords would pull up this directory, which means for those of you that are familiar with real estate, I would be above Zillow.com, I would be above realestate.com, I would be top dog. Now I'm going to ask you, if I can rank for all of those keywords and have this directory come up, do you think that these businesses here are going to want to pay me for my top spot, yes or no? Absolutely. And if I come over here and I click on this category, and I've got these premium spots here that I'm going to charge $297 a month. Let me say something about real estate in Casper, Wyoming. Pretty much any business where it's competitive and they're making money, it's all catty ass. It really is, right? It's just feisty, very competitive, and when these guys down here see that this girl up here has this premium listing, they're going to say, hey, what do we got to do to get this listing here? And when they see that she has the home page right there in my home page directory, even though she's charging me, I'm charging her $497 a month, those guys are going to say, hey, we want that. They're going to contact me and they're going to say, what do I got to do to get that top spot? Because you're ranking for all the keywords, you're in the top position, and she's getting the majority of the traffic. What do we got to do to get up there? I'm going to say, hey, no problem. I got a spot for you next month. That's going to cost you $497. It's going to cost you $997. She's going to say, okay. And trust me when I say this, guy, she's going to say, well, what if I booked 3 months in advance? And I'll say, hey, no problem. I usually charge $497, which comes down to about $1,500. I'll give you all 3 months for $800. Now, guys, the stuff I'm talking about right now, when you do the simple stuff that I'm going to go over with you on the SEO, me and John will both do it, you guys will get it. Trust me, you'll get it. You'll start seeing the light bulb, and when you take the top positions like we show you how to do, then people are going to start paying you this money. Now, having said that, this theme is also very SEO friendly, which means the stuff I'm showing you this morning, you don't even have to do. It's if you want to come aboard with Chad Nicely and Lee and John here, and you want to take this thing on steroids, and you want to make, I'm shooting for a 7-figure business with this, in addition to everything else I do, because there's no work that has to be involved. We're going to outsource a whole entire project for about $2 an hour, okay? This is a sick platform, all right? It's awesome. And we're going to lay the whole entire thing out for you, all right? So I'll get off my soapbox there. I just wanted you to know that I am legitimately excited about this, all right? I'm tickled pink, and you can ask John. I've been bugging John every single day. Can we do this? Can we change this? And I'm looking at it from an SEO perspective, because as far as creating these sites, they have done a beautiful job, all right? So I'm going to come over here to my dashboard, and I'm going to come down here to listings, okay? So everybody's familiar with this. Hang in there, all right? So this site right now has 9 listings, okay? Remember the top one was called Lisa Burridge. If I edit this listing, here's how we do this. It's very simple. We have a title, we have a description, we have our pictures, okay? All pretty self-explanatory. And then if we scroll down here, you'll see that we have a place to put the address, phone number, the website, the email, and then with one click, we can say, integrate this with Google Maps. As soon as we click yes, it will automatically bring in this address and it'll integrate it with Google Maps. Now, we have 2 spots that we can charge for those that are not familiar. I already showed you on this page. This is what we called a featured listing. This is prime real estate, right? They're going to get a listing on my home page. Notice there's no other listing around it. There's no banners. They're not competing with anybody. Realtors, doctors, attorneys, plastic surgeons are absolutely going to love to have this spot, okay? So with that spot, I'm going to charge $4.97. You can charge whatever you want. But we also have what's called a premium listing. So if I click on the categories here, and if I scroll down, this one here in a box, this is called a premium listing. Now it's not as good as a featured listing. However, with a premium listing, they're going to have top place on our categories. And you can also have more than one premium listing. Myself, guys, when I take those top positions, I'm going to charge $297 a month. Okay, and I know I'll get it because I've done things like this before. All right, now to make something a premium listing, first of all, the premium listing gets a logo, and there's also places here where we can fill in details for a coupon. So if I come over here, and if I open up this guy here, I'll show you another one of our hot sites. This one is not mine, but if I come down to the bottom of these categories, let me find Alfredo's. Where's Alfredo? Here he is. If I come down here, notice there's a place for a coupon. Okay, your clients lead this up too. So it says Alfredo Special Thanksgiving Dessert, right? And I'm a big pumpkin freak, by the way, so this here would appeal to me. Free dessert, your choice for every $50 spent, expires November 27, 2014. That's for your client for a premium or a featured listing. Because remember, with a premium and a featured listing, they also get their own page. So this is Alfredo's page. Okay, now it's very important to understand how this site is set up, especially when we start talking about SEO. We're going to get to it here in a minute, okay? So with the premium listing, guys, there's a place for a logo. We put in our coupon details, and then if we want to include a video, the client's video, here's a YouTube URL. We're just going to grab the last part of the URL right here, and we're going to paste it right there. It'll automatically bring in the video. Now if we come up to the top, if we make Lisa Burridge, she just paid me $297 for a premium listing. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to click Premium. That's done. She's now a premium listing. No coding, no short code, nothing. It is that fast. If she turns around and says, okay, hey, you know what? I want that featured spot too, just like she has right now. Now I'm coming over here, I'm going to click Featured, and it's done. She now has a featured listing. And that's how fast you can create this listing. Now, normally I would ask on the call, what would be better? How could we go about making these listings faster? However, since most of you have already purchased the software, you already know that we can come over here and we can click on this import button and we can go ahead and export this CSV so I can show you what this looks like. We can give this to our outsourcer and we can tell our outsourcer fill out the sheet for us. Okay? So with this sheet, we have our title, we have our category, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, category, here's the description. So this is what you were seeing in that top WYSIWYG editor, right? There's the description. And then we have our category, let's see, post author. I'm going to go ahead and hide that for now. And I'm going to hide these two for now. And this is what you want to do. You want to hide this stuff before you give it to your outsourcer. Don't confuse them. So we got a category, address, phone number, website, email, logo, let's see, logo and all this coupon stuff, and even the video embed code. I'm going to hide this too. It's still there, but it's just hidden. Okay, so we just have a basic spreadsheet with data. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to save this spreadsheet. We're going to click Choose File. We're going to load that spreadsheet, and depending on how many listings you have on that spreadsheet, it's automatically going to populate it into your website. It's going to do it all for you. So now you don't have to create these listings manually. Okay? Yes or no? Does everybody get that? Yeah, wow. That's a good way of putting it. Okay, so check this out. Here's the thing. You guys, all I can say is you have to trust me. I am not feeding you bullshit when I say that I am going and putting together this whole entire thing myself. I can bring John on the call and he can verify it for you. This here, this site is going to grow. This is my test site right now. And when I say test site, I'm talking about SEO because I never want to walk into a place of business and I never want to pick up the phone. Pretty much what I want, guys, is I want an additional residual passive income, and I don't want to do a damn thing. I don't even want to figure it out. I don't even want to figure out what the cities are going to be, what the niches are going to be, or anything. I want it all done for me, but I want to reap the profits. Okay? So you have to trust me because the things I'm going to show you today, here's what you're going to want to do. Let me find the right slide real quick because we're going to skip through this. Okay? Here's what I want you to do. If you have not come aboard already, I promise I'm going to blow your mind and I'm going to make it to church at 10:45 as well. Okay? That's very important to me. So with the Social Mobi hot sites, there's no installation, 100% mobile friendly, zero coding, next to level design and graphics, no monthly fees, Facebook app integration, tap to call enabled, video hot site functionality, one-click CSV mass upload, and you have the option to pick up the single license, which allows you to create one hot site. Don't do that. You can pick up the multi-license if you're on a budget, okay, but don't do that. That's not what I'm covering today. I want you to have the ability for $29.99. We'll double check that price for you. I want you to have the ability to create 500 hot sites, okay? For $29.99, you can do that right now. You go to this link, you pick that up, and you can create 500 hot sites, okay? I promise you, this is going to be awesome, all right? Because everything I've shown you, can we go ahead and put that link in the chat as well, John? Awesome. Okay, everything I've shown you guys, okay, the big question on everybody's mind is, well, now wait a minute. How am I going to be found in the search engine? That's what I'm going to cover with you, okay? And I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to make it to where you can go out there and you can outsource this whole entire project. Matter of fact, John, if you will drop these two links in here, here in a couple minutes, we'll let them take a look at the offer first. I'm going to give you two resources where you can go and hire the same outsourcers I have. You can pick them up for $2 an hour, okay? When it comes to outsourcing, I know the business. 2 years ago, I had 65 of them working for me all at once. I was pulling my hair out. Very effective, getting a lot of stuff done, but a lot of those outsourcers, the kind of outsourcers where you're having them open up Google, do a little bit of research, play on the internet, copy and paste into a spreadsheet, those outsourcers you can pick up for $2 an hour. I promise you. I'm not feeding you guys BS here, okay? So those are the things we're going to cover. But I need you to come over here and grab this software first, all right? Now, as soon as you do, you're going to be in a position where you can create 500 of these sites if you're taking my advice today, okay? 500 of these sites. Now, what's going to happen is as soon as you purchase the front end, guys, you're going to be presented with this special offer. And here's what's going to happen. We're going to take your 500 sites, and now we're going to put it on steroids. We're going to give you every tool and resource we could think of. When we first created the software, we said, well, you know what would be better is if we had the ability to have more themes because we're going to have different sites. We're going to have different niches, okay? So we need more themes. So this theme here is mobile responsive, clean and simple, custom design, high converting, user friendly. But guess what? You're also going to get 2 more themes with a special one-time offer. But you know what? It doesn't stop there. We went and found the top niches for local marketing, which happens to be fitness, car dealerships, law firms, local retailers, nightclubs, dentists, restaurants, real estate, and fashion. So guess what, guys? You also get all of these themes right here as well. Okay? So you got 500 sites now. Now you have the top niches, and you've already got the themes done for you. And yes, all the instruction videos are inside of Social Mobi Hot Sites. So when you click on the link that John and Lee just put in the chat, you're going to purchase that front end for $500. Okay, I want you to create 500 sites, and then this is the next offer that's going to come up. I'm trying to show you what we're going to do with this offer. Because if you look at these screenshots here, guys, tell me what is different on these screenshots. For those that are familiar with Social Mobi Hot Sites, what is different on each one of these screenshots? All right, because there's a key here, okay? There's a key. There's one thing that I absolutely love on these screenshots. Anybody? Not the logo. I do love the logo. The logo's awesome. Take it from a graphic artist. The logo's badass. We like the logo. But if you look on the screenshots, we have a video at the top of these directories. Guys, I don't even have my video yet. So when I come to this homepage, I'm going to have a video up here, right? Just on the homepage. So now Lisa's really going to appreciate being on that page because now there's a video there. That video is key, okay? Each one of these niches are going to have their own videos, all right? Now, take it from somebody that does a lot of videos. I charge a lot of money, and I do a lot of voiceovers, and I charge a lot of money. So when I say that you are going to get 9 videos in car dealerships, dentists, fashion, gym and fitness, attorneys, nightclubs, real estate, restaurant, and retails to put on the top of each one of your directories, you guys got to understand there's a lot of value here. And each one of these have professional voiceovers. We had these videos professionally done, okay? They have a commercial feel. It's not just me doing a presentation like I do for marketing. Instead, we went out there and we found those people that know how to do a real commercial feel video, kind of like you see with info commercials and everything else, okay? It really has that commercial feel to it, all right? Now, somebody's saying, how much do you charge for a free video? Or how much do you charge for a video? Me, personally, I will charge $2,000 for a video, but that's not the strategy here for you guys. The reason why I mention that is because I'm trying to tell you that this offer here, having 9 videos in 9 niches, is amazing. There's tremendous value there, okay? But you're not going to sell these videos. What you're going to do is your videos go on the top of your directories. So when somebody lands on this page here, that video is going to say, hey, you're in the best place to find real estate listings, or if you're looking to buy a home or sell a home, this is your site. That's what those videos do, okay? Does everybody understand the purpose of those videos real quick? Just say yes or no. Because I am sailing through things this morning, guys, so let me know. Everybody gets this. Yeah, and somebody's saying I want to upsell videos later after this. Awesome, awesome. Get in the door first. Get the client. This software here is going to get you the client, okay? Especially if you do exactly like I'm showing you this morning, all right? Now, we're also going to give you PSD logos. I'm a graphic artist. PSDs are what you want because with a PSD, you can take Photoshop, which you can pick up for $9.99 a month. It's called Photoshop CC. You can get the whole entire Adobe package. If you don't want to spend the $9.99, or if you're intimidated with Photoshop, then you can pick up GIMP, which is free, and you can edit your PSDs. But with a PSD, we can change the font color, we can change the font style, we can change the size, we can replace this here like I did on mine. I used their logo because it worked really well, and instead of having this little circle thing, I put a little house here. You could do that too with a PSD. Now, if you don't want to mess with Photoshop, if you don't want to take the 30 seconds it takes to modify a PSD, you send your PSD to somebody over on Fiverr, they're going to charge you $5, they're going to do it all for you. Or if you pick up your own outsourcer off Odesk or something, then they might just do it for free because it's so simple, all right? But I'll leave that up to you. Just understand that you're going to get every single one of these logos that you see here on the screen. That way, you can get your 500 sites set up in no time, okay? This is what we're doing. We know that you have the ability to create 500 sites. Now we're saying, hey, That's a lot of sites. That's a lot of real estate. What can we do to get you set up in the fastest way possible? This is the way. We're going to give you the logos. We're going to give you these timeline covers, because remember, with the, John, if you can drop me that link, with these hot sites, guys, you can also drop them into Facebook. So what I'm going to suggest, I'm going to show you the link here in a minute. What I'm going to suggest is that you take these timeline covers, and for every hot site you have an outsourcer create a fan page. Here's the reason why. Because once you create a fan page, you can drive ads to that fan page. That fan page, what they're going to do is they're going to land on a tab. That is your directory. So now you have people viewing your directory on Facebook, and they can actually click, hey, I want to advertise with you right there on your directory inside of Facebook. Okay? Let me get the link for you real quick. And I'll show you what it looks like in Facebook, because you don't even have to be logged in to see it. So hold on just a minute. We're looking for it. Okay, John will get it here in just a second. But anyways, understand, for every hot site you have, we go and we create a fan page. Well, along with that, with this special offer right here, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a PSD for these 9 niches: car dealership, dentist, fashion, gym, fitness, lawyer, nightclub, real estate, restaurant, retail. You're going to have the PSD so that you can create these timeline covers for each one of those niches. All right, thanks, John. So if I open this up, here you go. Now right now I am logged into Facebook, but as you can see, I'm on this tab here, and if I scroll down, I have the hot site inside the tab. They can come over here, they can do searches. It's going to work just like it would outside of Facebook. Okay? So we can drive ads directly to this page. You can actually drive a like campaign to this page because this is on a tab. So with a like campaigns are very cheap. And with that being said, you can tell your campaign inside of Facebook, land them, it's called landing view, land them directly on this page right here. Okay? That's all included with hot sites, guys. That's awesome. A lot of power here. So let's say that I have 10 real estate sites, and I got one in Cheyenne, one in Casper, one in San Francisco, one in San Jose, one in San Luis Obispo. Then I'm going to create 5 fan pages for each one of those. Okay? Now, normally that would take a lot of work, but if you have the right PSDs and you have the right logos, then you can get set up very quickly. Along with social media, we're also going to give you the YouTube skins. YouTube's very powerful. You can take the same exact design. You keep your commercial appeal, you keep your identity, right? You don't change it up a lot, but you make it work with YouTube. Well, we're going to give you the exact template. It's a PSD template in those 9 dealerships. Also, in addition to the Facebook, the Twitter, and the YouTube PSDs, we're going to give you 100 fast start listings, guys. Now, you're not going to make money from these listings, but what it's going to do is it's going to build up social proof to your sites very quickly. So when somebody comes to your site, they see that there's a bunch of listings there. But it's also going to help you become familiar with the software. Okay? All that is included with the Hot Sites Pro version. Remember what I said about the video, the voiceover, and the graphics. All right? So there's 9 high-end themes, 9 done for you logos, 9 done for you videos, 9 done for you voiceovers, 9 Facebook fan pages, the YouTube skins, the Twitter skins, and you're going to get the 100 fast start listings. They're trying to tell me that there's $497 in value. I call BS because I know what it costs to create videos, voiceovers, as well as, guys, if you want me to do graphics, I'll be more than happy to do it, but I'm at $300 an hour. So when you figure out everything that you're getting here, $497 is a drop in the bucket. However, $69.99 is definitely a drop in the bucket. Okay, so if we can go ahead and drop in the link for OTO number 2, Lee, if you have that, because I don't think your crew here picked up the second OTO. I don't think they saw the value. So are you guys starting, I'm flying through this because I want to give you some goods. Are you guys starting to see the whole entire package here? Are you starting to see how this whole entire system comes to play? Just say yes or no. Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. And you can see why I said, look, you want this package here when you picked up those 500 sites, okay? The 500 sites allows you to pick, and by the way, guys, before I go there, hold on a minute. Before I go there, do you realize that the price that you paid to create 500 sites, you're at less than a nickel a site? You're at less than a nickel a site. And I have budgeted. Now, I'm not going to hit it right away, okay? I'm doing baby steps. Even though I'm an advanced marketer, I got a lot of resources, I'm still taking baby steps as well because I know that's how I hit my goals. Do you realize that each one of my sites, I have budgeted to do $500 within my first month? I plan on doing $500 profit, and I plan on getting all the way up to, it was something like $4,200 profit for each site. So if you take $4,200 times 500, that is a lot of freaking profit, and that's why I told you I'm going to hit over $1 million. This will be a 7-figure business for me, okay? But I've done this before. This will be a 7-figure business, and I only invested 5 cents per site. If we take, somebody do the math for me. If we take $70, okay, let's round it to $70, and we divide it by 500, doesn't that come to like 35 cents per site? Somebody do that for me because I flunked math, guys. Doesn't that come to 35 cents a site? $70 divided by 500? I think it does. So if that's the case, we have 40 cents invested for each one of these sites, and I just told you that I got a plan to turn around and do $500 my first month, and the overall goal is to get to the point where I am doing $3,000 to $4,000 profit each month for each site, and I want it to be completely hands-off because I don't like working. That's pretty awesome. That's why I love our business, because we're out there creating software that is top-notch, that is better than most of the software as a services that you see online that are charging $297, $497 a month. And you pick it up for 28 bucks, and then you pick up all these features right here for $69. It's awesome. Okay, and I'm corrected. See, I told you I failed math. Who just corrected me? I love being corrected, by the way. What's it come to? Okay, yep, 14 cents each. 14 cents. Guys, no brainer, man. No brainer. All right? Let me check the chat here. Let me make sure you guys got a link. Lee is probably trying to find you the OTO. I kind of put him on the spot with that one. He's probably trying to figure out how to do that so that we can just get the OTO to you guys that already purchased the front end. So are you there, Lee? Are you going to be able to do that, or should I take a different approach?
Sorry, Charlie, I just muted there, mate. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it in chat in about two minutes. Give us 2 minutes, and I'll drop it in there. That's fine. We'll just grab it for them.
Okay. Now, while he's doing that, guys, all right, that was my goal. I understood that, a lot of people, they didn't get the sales video. They didn't watch it all the way through. It's another sales video. I'm here being real with you guys, and I'm letting you in on stuff that I'm doing because that's how effective this is, all right? So I know a lot of you are going to get it today because we did a webinar yesterday, and they're like, wow, I don't know what happened, but I totally got it on the webinar. I didn't get it on the sales page, all right? But I think it helps when you're able to see behind the scenes, and I'm able to just be real, and you're able to see that I'm actually putting together this system myself. I'm real excited about this. And guys, I do a lot of launches. I do a lot of marketing. I've got a lot of projects going on. So for me to come out here and say, look, I'm doing this myself. I'm putting together a team to do this, to take it to the next level, like beyond anything you guys have seen, then I think you guys understand how awesome the system is. Now, you're also going to get hit with one more opportunity, okay? And, okay, so this is called Espionage Blueprint. It's going to be a 3-day training. It's going to start in 3 days, okay? Now, day number 1, I'm going to go ahead and cover this with you real quick, and then we're going to go into SEO. Day number 1 is called Espionage Lead Generation Auto Closer. So we're going to go over why giving business owners a free mobile directory listing is something they cannot refuse. Guys, this ties directly into the whole entire offer. All right, there's a reason why we're going to go over this. You're going to learn the correct spy negotiation secrets to get $50 to $100 per lead, and the step-by-step blueprint on making $1,000 reoccurring per month per client. That's day number 1. Day number 2, you get the 3 classified espionage Facebook ad methods. You're going to be on a $5 budget. It's going to get you $50 to $100 per lead and returns of 500% plus greater. Step-by-step on how to set up these campaigns in 5 minutes with done-for-you solutions, and you're only going to be risking $5 per day per client, and you don't even have to drive the traffic yourself, which means you don't have to have any Facebook experience. All that is on day 2. Day number 3 is our automated well-oiled cash machine. You'll be leveraging call tracking platforms to get paid $50 to $100 per lead instantly, and you're going to have the business analytics. You'll learn the simple process lets you have absolutely no upfront investment risk, but still a six-figure potential, and you're going to learn to outsource the whole entire process for hands-off client management. Now, here's what's awesome. This is how it's going to work, okay? Oh, yeah, all right, I forgot we got bonuses too. So we're also going to give you a espionage auto-closing email script. Now, here's the reason why you need this. When people see your hot site, they say, wow, that's cool, I want to advertise on this site. They're going to fill out a form. That form's going to come to you. Now, if it's me, I'm going to pick up the phone. I'm going to get to know this person. I'm going to see what is this person worth. Because there's been several times I picked up the phone that was supposed to be only a $99 deal, and I've turned around and made a $10,000 deal out of that, $10,000 a month. I have clients like that, okay? But when you're providing video services and Google ranking services, or if you're hosting Google Hangouts for people, or if you're running webinars for your clients, there's so many things you can do, guys. Running Facebook ads, doing content to their fan pages, you can very easily hit those numbers, okay? So I always pick up the phone. I'm very personal. I want to know who am I talking to, but we don't have to pick up the phone. The other option is to respond with email. If you respond with email, you need to learn how to close those clients through email. That's what this is going to do. That's bonus number 1. Bonus number 2, we're going to give you 9 more timeline covers in those 9 niches. Real estate, retail, restaurant, dentist, a doctor, attorney, okay, those niches. And look at these timeline covers here, okay? They're one step up. They're kind of beautiful designs. That's why they say nice timeline covers. Also, you're going to get 18 high Facebook CTR split test ads, okay? All that's included with the bonus. Now, check this out. Here's where it's a no-brainer, no risk on you. You can get in today for a $1 trial. You pay that $1, you get to attend day 1 of the Espionage Lead Generation Auto Closer. I'm going to be upfront and honest with you. No games, not going to hide anything. You pay this $1. You attend this day 1 class. Now, if you are not happy with that class, if you feel like, hey, this is over my head, I don't get it, this is not for me, okay, now I don't see it happening because I'm going to be right there with you. But if that's the case, you let the Squeeze Moby team know that this just was not for me. They will refund every single penny you purchase with this offer. However, if you picked up those gold nuggets, if you're able to implement the things that we're going to share with you that day, then you do nothing. You will make one more $97 payment, not monthly, not a contract, one payment of $97, and you will also have day 2, day 3, as well as the bonus email script, the timeline covers, the Facebook split test ads, over $697 in value. I think there's actually a lot more in value. But guys, $1 trial, get into that first class. Don't take my word for it. Just understand it's only a $1 investment. I can spend the day, the 26th, 3 days from now, in that class. I can pick up some gold nuggets that can potentially take me to a six-figure business or even beyond that. That's how I got to the position I'm in. That's how Lee got to the position he's in. That's how John and the rest of the Squeeze Moby team got to their positions. We keep investing ourselves so that we're able to take ourselves to the next level. We keep pushing ourselves, okay? Awesome. John, will you step in there just for a minute? I got to grab some coffee real quick.
Hey Chad, cool. Hey guys, yeah, so that's what are you going to be getting? Awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna be answering some questions here for a bit. Yes, Lee?
Yeah, and before, sorry, John, before we jump back onto the next thing, I might as well add that we obviously got a lot of bonuses that we're adding to this as well because we knew how good the product was. I'm sure you've all been to the bonus page that Lead 7 has provided, but just quickly, just while Chad's out the room, I'll quickly go through the bonuses as well so you understand everything that you get with us as well. Now, could you just hand, in fact, no, just bear with me 2 seconds. There we are. I'll just make myself presenter, show my screen. So obviously the majority of the Lead 7 crew will have seen the bonus page now, but what I want to go through is the extra bonuses that we have added just for being part of the community. So with the main upgrade, obviously what you're going to get the 6 Done For You Mobile Business Logo Pack. You're going to get bonus 2, which is the Done For You Local Consultant Logo Pack with PSDs. Remember what Chad said about the PSDs are very important because you can go to anywhere and get them edited, so you can edit them from a different niche, you can send them to a designer to do it, or you can do it yourself. Okay, the corporate identity pack, again, whenever you go to businesses, it's all about being as professional as you possibly can and putting yourself in that best position. And with a corporate identity pack, you're going to brand you and you're going to brand your business. So that's another fantastic one. Facebook ads with editable PSTs. I rave about Facebook ads. You know, I'm using Facebook ads all the time and I recommend everyone else to do them, and this is done for you. Social media presentation, a lot of the times you'll want to trying to represent your business through social media and do a PowerPoint presentation where you can show the exact tools, offers, services that you have. And exactly what Chad said, the vast majority of whatever you do is about getting your foot in the door. And once you get in foot in the door, selling yourself the best way you can. So giving a presentation to a company, to a business, to an individual is absolutely fantastic. We've also got the graphics pack. Again, you're always going to need graphics. Bonus 7, the Facebook timeline images and PSTs, and that comes instantly to your bonuses. So from the main, when you go into your download page or JVZoo, you will see those instantly there. Now the OTO1 bonuses, again, exclusively for the Lead 7 community. So anyone who upgrades to the OTO1, we're going to give you the Facebook Ad Creator, which is a software. Again, it's going to make you stand out from everyone else with regards what you can show people with regard to your ads. Facebook Timeline Express, again, another software that we have in there. The Banner Creator, again, that's what we're going to use for basically the Banner Creator valued at 197. You create it for you create it for your clients, it's entirely up to you, but again, that is an actual software. Okay, let's have a go. Local Traffic Collision, again, I use this for my first ever product. We are giving it to you as a presentation. I put this product on JVZoo, made over 500, 600 sales, and again, it works for you, it works for local businesses. Use it, and use it to make money. Now, what we're also going to give you is the Lead Booster. Again, fantastic little plugin, which helps you put plugins, which helps you put, you know, loads of different opt-ins in on your web pages. Fantastic tool. Now, the OTO2 bonuses, and remember, this is only $1 for the trial. You go into it, you see the first class, you see the enormous value that you're going to get for it, and then you continue. But it's entirely up to you. But the OTO2 bonus, again, if you've seen any of the softwares that we do, we're going to give you the fan page manager, the Facebook fan page manager. You can't get this at the present time. We're going to give you the coupon creator. Again, what Chad said, very early doors about putting those coupons on your actual directories because people love them. But you can create unlimited coupons for you or for your clients. And one other thing that we're going to give, the offer funnel. Again, you've seen the offer funnel. It was Neil Napier's. We bought the white label version of that, and we are going to give it to you as an actual OTO bonus. Now, basically, what Chad said right at the beginning, which was pretty unique really, which was something a little bit different. He said, what we'll do, he says, we'll get the pitch out of the way, because you all know that the pitch is going to go. We'll get the sales pitch. Vast majority of people have purchased. Vast majority of people have already got in. So what I want to do now is we're going to bring Chad back, and we're going to let him do the SEO. But what we want to know is, before we bring the SEO, we want to know who's in, to the fact that what Chad is going to teach us now, what Chad is going to coach us now, is relevant to everybody who has bought social Mobi hot sites. And that is now going to be the insane value that we're going to get from Chad and the team. So just let me know, guys, who's in and who is this training going to be predominantly for. Let's have a look in there. Yes, Michelle, fantastic. Really do appreciate this. And you're going to love this session now. And guys, you know, don't be kind of put off by SEO in any way. I am. For me, SEO is something that totally confuses me, something that I try to stay away from. But what Chad's going to show us is something going to blow us away. Steve, that you're saying this in a couple of days. Again, I'll get John to jump in here, but I believe the office shuts tonight, and I don't know if it's coming back. John, could you jump over there just so I'm not giving the wrong information? Fantastic, Kim. Really do appreciate that. So everyone's coming in saying, really, Jeffrey, that's fine. Wait till you've seen this training now, and believe me, you'll be blown away by it. But Jan, John, is this offer shutting tonight, or am I wrong? Am I giving misinformation there? Hey, Roger, how you doing, mate? Nice to see you here.
Hey guys, yes, it is going to be closing tonight, and we're going to be closing it, and it's not going to be available after we close. But I do think Steve was saying he was all in a couple of days ago, so that's awesome, Steve.
I apologize, Steve. Yes, I apologize. Fantastic, Roger. Yes, I hope you and the family are doing well. I really do, and just send me a mail. So guys, yeah, really do appreciate you being on the call. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to, hopefully Chad's back now after, remember it's very early for him over in the US. We're going to grab him back on and hopefully show you the actual SEO of the product and how to take it to that next level. Chad, are you back, mate? Are you back from your refreshment?
Yep, we're good to go. I just took it from you.
Fantastic. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's 9:45 here for me. I got to be at church at 10:45, and I got to be there with a smile on my face, so I had to go get some coffee real quick. Cool. Okay, guys, so let's look back at our site, and I see a ton of people that came in today. That's awesome, and keep it coming. The link's in the chat, so if you see something and the light bulb clicks on, hey, jump in, okay, because this really is a no-brainer. Here's my site. Let's talk about SEO, but let's make it easy. Let's make it easy. I'm not going to get into all the crazy link wheels and link magnets and SEO and XRumor and article submitter. Guys, I did all that stuff for years, and I say screw that. And luckily, today with Google, it's just not necessary anymore. Google doesn't want to see that crap. That's good, because I didn't want to be spending the time, hours, services, and money doing that stuff anymore. It drove me nuts. I'm glad those days are behind me. Here's what we have. Let's just come up with a very simple plan. Okay, here's what you have to understand. People get the fact that you can come over here and you can add thousands and thousands and thousands of listings to your site. And so everybody says, well, there's no way those listings are ever going to be found. Correct. You are correct. Here's why you're correct. Let's look at the structure of the site. First of all, our home page. Our home page is the most important page. This is the one where we want to be found for as many keywords as we possibly can. Okay? Now, we have our home page that we're going to rank. We have 4 category pages. If I click on this, this is a page, and understand the category pages contain all of our listings. So I'm going to ask you, as well as our premium listing, are we going to do our clients justice if we get our category pages ranked? If we got 100 or 1,000 listings on this commercial listing, do I want to get this page ranked? Yes or no? Just say yes or no. And by the way, I put in some suggestions with John. I've actually went and laid out this page differently, and I gave him some suggestions to make it more like a landing page. So when we get this page ranked here, it's going to look more like a landing page, even though it is a category page. So there's some really cool things coming up as well. Okay? All right, so the takeaway, yes, we're going to get this category page ranked, and we're going to get our home page ranked. And if we want, we can get these pages down here ranked. Remember, you also might have a Twitter feed, a Facebook feed, and a YouTube feed. Okay, that's optional. But let's just say this. We got one page, and we have 4 category pages. Now, remember what I told you about this featured listing. She has her own page. Let me ask this question, and I want everybody on this call to answer me today. If somebody spends $497 a month, do you think it's worth me taking the time and maybe a $20 budget? I take $20 out of $497, and I make sure that I push her to the very top of the search engine, and I get this page ranked. Yes or no? Is that worth it? Do you guys see it? Absolutely it is. Did you hear what I just told you about? I can turn that client into a $10,000 client if I take care of them, if I have a heart of gold, okay, if I have good intentions. And if you enjoy what you're doing, then the doors will open for you. You treat this client the best you possibly can, because when you show her that you can push her to the very top of the search engine, ahead of Zillow, realestate.com, all those other ones, she's going to come back at you. She's going to say, Chad, you are good. And you did something that nobody else has been able to do for me. And I don't know how you did it, but what else can you do? I'm going to say, hey, it's funny you ask. I'm also an expert with Facebook. I can also do videos for you. We can also run webinars to your prospects. We can set up auto webinars. I can do a simple Google Hangout with you. There's so many things you can do, guys. You don't have to do all those things, but what I'm trying to tell you is when you treat this prospect right, especially when they're paying you, and it's not going to take a lot of effort, it's not going to take a lot of money, the doors will open. Don't ever forget that. Also, let's consider this. Even though she's a realtor, she's probably not going to tell other realtors about Chad Nicely or CasperRealEstateWY.com because that's her business, and she doesn't want to take money out of her pocket. But she has an attorney, she has a chiropractor, she has a doctor, she has a CPA, and if I treat her good and I get her good results, then word of mouth is very powerful, guys. Does everybody understand what I'm getting at right now? We're going to take these pages that they're paying for every month, and we're going to put a little special care to them. Yes or no, do you get it? I'm going over some ninja stuff here with you guys, and I am tired, and it's early for me, and I want to really get this group enthusiastic, because I could have just got off this call and went right back to church, but I want to make sure you guys have something that's going to make you successful. So I want to see you guys get pumped up, all right? And I'm watching the attentive rating. I'm at 71% right now. I'm usually in the high 90s, all right? So you guys get me pumped up, I will get you pumped up. Cool. All right, so we're also going to rank these premium listings. Now understand, you don't have a lot of premium listings, okay? You don't have a lot of people paying you $297 or $497 yet, okay? So I'm not talking about crazy SEO here, guys. Here's the other thing. Here's the biggest takeaway on this call. The keywords that we're ranking for. Now, I had a six-figure real estate business a month in Casper, Wyoming. If I type in Casper, Wyoming homes, I can tell you this is the biggest keyword here in Casper. We can come over here and we can automatically see some of the keywords. New homes in Casper, Wyoming, Casper home search, Casper, Wyoming home search, Casper real estate, Casper real estate. I want to make sure that when somebody types in these keywords here, notice this is my client right here, I want to make sure when they type in those keywords that this directory is the first thing that comes up. Now, do you think that that's going to get those realtors' attention? Yes or no? Is it going to get their attention? Absolutely. How do we do that? We're going to work the home page, we're going to work these category pages, and we're going to work each client's page. That's it. So right now, if I only have one paying client, guys, I have 6 pages that I'm going to work over a little bit, and maybe, if you have the budget to do it, we're going to put together a simple little plan, nothing complicated. All right? First thing, let's look at this page real quick. I'm going to come over here to this logo. Now, notice my domain, I'm using a mapped domain. I'm going to have 500 mapped domains with each one of my sites. I'm not going to do them all at once. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put so much effort into this site. I'm going to try different things. I'm going to get this site to where I want it. And I'm not going to do it myself. Okay? Once I have a model that's working for me, then it's a matter of rinse and repeat. I'm going to do it to all 500 sites. And that's what I encourage you to do. I encourage you to really soak in what I'm about to share with you. Learn this a little bit. Learn about what's called a silo structure, which is very easy. Okay? The stuff's not complicated. You can get on YouTube, you can actually find a video I did on silo structures. Okay? And we're going to keep it very basic. We don't have to get into advanced SEO because we're going for local keywords. I'm trying to get ranked for Casper real estate. I'm not trying to get ranked for the keyword real estate. This is a national, worldwide keyword. We're screwed if we go after that one. But going after these little towns locally for these keywords, piece of cake. Not going to cost a lot of money, not going to cost a lot of time. Okay? So, let's come back over here. I'm going to look at this image here. This logo is called Wyoming Home. Whatever keyword you're going after for your site, it starts with a logo. Make sure your logo is named something relevant to keywords. Okay, you can open up the Google keyword tool. It's called the Google Planner tool now, and you can type in Casper Real Estate. It's going to give you 100 different keywords. Wyoming foreclosures, Casper WY homes for sale in Casper, Wyoming, houses for sale in Casper, Wyoming. I'm going to take all those. Okay, and I'm going to just start spreading them around my site. So the first thing is the logo, Wyoming Home. Cool. This right here is an image that we loaded in the tool. Guys, what do you think we're going to do with that image? Anybody? Let's see if you're paying attention. What are we going to do with that image? John, what are we going to do with that image? There you go. Keyword name, mention Casper, WY home, optimize it. Exactly, exactly. Now, let's come down here to these categories. Here's what I want you to understand. This might get a little tricky, but you can do it. If my domain is CasperRealEstateWY.com, okay, and I have commercial like this for one of my categories, here's what Google sees. Google sees, okay, this site here is about Casper Real Estate in WY. They know WY is Wyoming. And now this page is all about commercial real estate. This is what Google sees. This is also what Google sees. So as we're renaming these images, Google is scanning through this page and looking for those keywords. Okay, Google doesn't see a page like this. This is what Google sees. All right? So when we rename these things properly, these are keywords that Google's finding. We're helping Google locate us. All right? So when you create your categories, if you can, it might take a little bit of thought, try to somehow make them part of your whole entire keyword agenda. Okay? Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to over-optimize. All right? We've already told Google that we're in Casper, Wyoming. All right? That's our main keyword. It's also in our domain. So we don't need to say Casper Commercial. Let me show you why. If we come up here and we do something like this, like Casper Commercial Properties, which is what some people might do, this is called over-optimization. See, Google already knows that we're in Casper, Wyoming. Even if you don't have this in the domain, if you have Casper, Wyoming in your description here, they know you're good. You've locked in Casper, Wyoming, okay? So if you have this here for your category, then you're over-optimizing. Instead, we can just go just like this, and Google understands that you are, they read from left to right, that you're in Casper, Wyoming, you're dealing with real estate, and this is a commercial category. Yes or no? Do people get this? Just say yes or no. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, look at this. Look at Michelle. Oh my, this is easy. This is easy. But here's why it's easy. Because we're dealing with local keywords. Okay, that's what makes it easy. Now, so we covered this here. Lisa Burge, this picture right here. What can we do with this, guys? Now I have it Casper 3-150.133. It's good that I have Casper in there, but I think it would be better if we had a keyword there. Okay? Same thing with our description here. Now don't stuff. Back in the day, we used to put 1,000 keywords on the page, and then we used to make them invisible. We tried to fool Google, and it worked for a little while, but eventually they slapped the daylights out of us. Be natural. Just be natural. Provide value to your readers. And obviously, if you have a real estate site, then it's going to be natural for you to talk about Wyoming homes for sale and commercial properties and residential properties. Google is a genius. They figured out how to reward you just for being natural, right? You'll be so much further ahead if you do exactly what I'm showing you. So we mentioned Casper Real Estate in here, or maybe Wyoming homes for sale. Don't overdo it. Don't put 100 keywords on this page. They'll know what you're trying to do. Make it look natural. Remember, we're not only trying to satisfy Google, but who else are we trying to satisfy, guys? Who else? Anybody? We're trying to satisfy the viewer. That's right. We have to have value to the viewer as well. Okay? Make it look natural, but remember those keywords. Now, check this out. I'm going to come back over here to the back end of Moby Hot Sites. There's a tab here that says SEO. I want you to come down here and I want you to click on this one that says permalinks. Okay? There's one important thing up here. Do you see where it says strap the category base? I want you to click this. I want you to make sure this is clicked. Okay? The other SEO settings, not necessary, but this one here, I want you to click this, and here's the reason why. Remember what I just said about what Google reads. If you don't click that, then your URL looks like this. That's going to hurt you, okay? Because Google's going to say, okay, Casper Real Estate in Wyoming, and then it's going to go category. And they're going to go, what? We don't want that. We want it to go straight to commercial, okay? So make sure that box is clicked, just like that. Cool? Very simple stuff. Now, let's go look at our clients page. Everybody understands what we're doing here with the homepage, right? Yes or no? Simple stuff. You haven't paid for anything. Make sure you have the right image, by the way. That's very important. I took my time when I went and got this image. I can't show you the image properties, but my favorite site, John, you can drop it in there, is depositphotos.com. I have a subscription, so I paid less than like 30 cents for that image. Yeah, make sure you have the right image. Here's what's cool though. Let's consider this. If we come over to Deposit Photo, check this out, guys. See, I got this whole thing figured out. If we come over to Deposit Photo and we look for homes for sale, watch this. So maybe I go and spend $1, grab the biggest image you can find, right? Now none of these are going to work. We want something that's going to work for that area there. So like this here, if I was dealing with luxury homes, I could just go and take the top part here, okay? So if I get this image, I'm going to go and spend, I don't know how much, a credit is less than $1. So this one here, let's say I'm going to spend $4. Yeah, that's high for an image, but check this out. We get this site perfect, okay? This works for Casper, Wyoming real estate. What I can do, I can use the same image, I can change up my logo a little bit because it's a PSD, and now I can go set up the same exact site, but I have Cheyenne real estate. I have San Luis Obispo real estate. I can use this image on all of those. So let's say that I set up 20 real estate sites that look just like this one in different parts of the country. Guys, think about it. Lay this stuff out before you just jump in. And it's easy. It is so easy, right? Stuff's not hard. All right, so let's click on this listing here. Here is a listing. She's paying me $297 a month. Or if she's featured, she's paying me $497 a month. The first thing, our logo's already optimized, okay? We have a video at the top. When you name that video, you're able to save that video. I want you to save this video, even if it's your client's video. If you have access to it, I want you to save that video related to your keywords. And if you can't do that, try to do it with your titles. So if your client gives you a video, and you're going to put it on your channel, and then you're going to bring it in the site, try to have a keyword in the title as well as the saved video, okay? If we look at this logo here, this is her logo. What can we do with this logo? Anybody? Anybody? This logo is now on our site. We're going to load it right into the media library. What can we do before we load that logo to the library? We can name it. Correct. Optimize it. Let's all get on tune here. We can optimize it. Okay? We optimize it to the keywords. Now, let's look here. What could we do? Somebody type in a title here. It says Lisa Burridge Homes. What could we do here? Somebody give me some ideas. Somebody. What could we do with that title? How about if we do this? Lisa, she wants to see her name first, Burridge Homes, Realtor in Casper, Wyoming. Is there anything wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with that? Or if we really want to kiss her butt, we could say top realtor in Casper, Wyoming, but our keyword is here. Okay, and that is a keyword. Right, right. Now, description. Could we put what's called an LSI keyword? An LSI keyword is going to support your main keywords. Okay, so maybe we have Wyoming foreclosure or Casper homes for sale. Okay, our main keyword is Casper real estate WY. So could we sprinkle a keyword in there? Yes, we can. Let's look at these images. If I save image as, this one's called Casper 1-300. Is there any reason why this can't be a keyword? Why this can't be a keyword? Why this can't be a keyword? Absolutely. You need to name these things before you load them. Now, how hard is that? You name them locally. You put them in the library. It shouldn't be hard at all. Okay? Everybody get this, yes or no? This is called on-page SEO, the things I'm sharing with you. Now, as far as the phone number, all this stuff, leave this alone. Leave the map alone. That's it. You're done with your on-page SEO. Now, I want you to type either hard or easy in the chat. Hard or easy. If you think that's hard, type hard. If you think it's easy, type easy. Yeah, and you know what, guys? You don't even have to go to the freaking Google keyword tool. I hate the Google keyword tools. They're so intimidating. When I type Casper, Wyoming, look at this. I've already got all the work done for me. The keywords are all right here in the titles, right? Everybody, look, this is common sense. Everybody that's on the home page of Google knows what they're doing. So the keywords are jumping out at you right here on the home page, right? Casper Home Search, Casper WY Home Search, Casper Real Estate, Wyoming Apartments, Homes for Sale, Casper Real Estate. Look, they're all right here on the home page. So if you want to learn the Google Planner tool or whatever that stupid thing is, you can, but you don't have to. Cool. Look at these comments, John. They're getting it. Check this out. Everybody said easy. That's awesome. Matter of fact, watch this. You guys have never seen a GoToWebinar window before. I'm going to show you what we see. All right? Look at this. I'm going to show you what we see. Check this out. You guys are going to like this tactic. I just went and took a screenshot of Jing. Look at this. Everybody says easy, 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 easy now, right? Guys, this stuff is easy, okay? Now, that's called on-page SEO. And John, do you have anything to add? Because I'm kind of flying through this.
Chad, I'll just jump in. Sorry, John.
All right, cool.
Sorry, John. I didn't think you were jumping in there. I was just going to say.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is absolutely, immense stuff. And it's what I've been teaching or showing a long time with kind of YouTube and ranking videos and making everything keyword rich. You've got to realize that Google is a text-based search engine, and that's what it's actively doing. It's actively going out and looking for these keywords and that keyword richness in whatever you are providing. Now, I've never seen it taught this way before. I'm very much optimizing the videos and uploading of those videos. Now, one thing that I'd like to ask Chad and maybe put him on the spot, and I apologize for doing that, but because I do optimize YouTube videos and get them to rank and on Google, will it work in its favor because you are using a YouTube video, and obviously they're so closely linked, Google, but very much what is unique about the social mobile hot sites is that you can add that video directly to your directory, if you will. Now, that must work in its favor if you optimize the video as well. Again, I appreciate that's putting it on your spot, but that's just one thought that I had to make you rank so much easier than these other directories which don't have that video on the home page. Correct me if I'm wrong in saying that, please, Chad.
Absolutely. So if we look at this site here, John, can you shoot me that other site that you showed me the other day that has that video in place already? Absolutely. So remember what I just said. We want to really, really rank this keyword here. And when I got on the call with my SEO the other day, I was planning on having one keyword ranked for this page. And he said, Chad, you've been out of the game for a while. Google has got to the point where things are so natural that if you just build this page naturally and you have a little bit of on-page SEO, just like I've been showing you guys today, this page can rank for multiple keywords. I said, you got to be kidding me. And one of the ways we do that is we have a video up here at the top. Because remember, Google is owned by YouTube, which means they love their videos. And so there's a lot of things working in his favor, because understand, this is a mobile site, okay? This is what it looks like, just like this, all right? It's a mobile site. So if I come like this, you can see that this is how this is done, all right? So we have a mobile optimized site, which Google absolutely loves because it's done properly, and now we have a video at the top, as well as optimized keywords. Guys, Google will fall in love with the site, but there's one other thing we can do. So yes, what Lee is getting at is you most definitely want to have a video out here. And for those guys that are saying, well, Chad, why don't you have your video yet? It's because I haven't had time. We've done, I think, 10 of these webinars so far, okay? I will have a video on here. So CasperRealEstateWY.com, go ahead and write that down. You can check here in a couple days. I promise you will see this thing blow up. There will be a video on there. So yes, very important point. And remember, the videos are included with the OTO. Pick them up. Pick them up. Does that help?
Yeah, appreciate that, Chad. Yeah, thank you. It's very much kind of like all the juice working in favor of ranking these. But yeah, amazing stuff, and please carry on.
Cool. All right, guys. So are you guys getting a lot of value out of this call? First of all, that's most important, because I'm going to be running to church, literally. So I want to make sure you're getting a lot of value, because I got one more thing to show you. Okay, so check this out. That's called on-page SEO. Now remember what I said about these are local keywords, okay? These keywords here, and somebody challenged me and they said, well, can you prove to me that you have beat out these keywords? I'm here to tell you, no BS. Back in 2011, when I had a wife, we're now divorced, thank God, but back in 2011, we were the top realtor, and we had 145 WordPress blogs, okay? I used to bring in listings off Craigslist. I had every single what's called dead-on domain back in the day, which means I had CasperWYHomesForSale.com, WyomingForeclosures.com. I had all of those things, okay? And I was ranking in the top, all right, because we knew what we were doing. So when I tell you that you can rank for these local keywords, it's easy today. Back then, it was a bit of a challenge. We had to be writing articles. We had all these crazy, schemes going on and pyramids and everything else. It was hard. Today, it's easy. So I've already had these top positions before, but I had to pay a lot of money back in the day. I had to do a lot of work. Now, let's look at this page again. If you just spend a little bit, not much, just a little bit of money getting this page ranked, then what's going to happen is Google is going to say, hey, we like this page. It's laid out properly. There's a lot of content. We're seeing videos. We're seeing optimized keywords. What's going to happen is these pages here are going to start ranking naturally. Whether or not you go and do anything else to them, if you just optimize them like I showed you how to do, then these pages here are going to rank naturally because Google's already taken care of your main page. Does that make sense? So the main page is what we really want to take care of. Now, since these are local keywords, I'm about to show you something that's going to blow your mind away. It is as easy as coming over to here. And I don't want you to get carried away at this because you can screw this up. Come over here, and I want you to type in social bookmarking, okay? I'm over here on Fiverr. This one right here is the one that's grabbing my attention. The reason why, what we're going to do is we're going to create simple little backlinks to this site on social bookmarks. Back in the day, we used software called OnlyWire and SocialWire and stuff like that. Today it's changed. A simple little $5 gig to our homepage is going to boost us up in the rankings. But I don't want you to go and get one of these gigs to say they're going to shoot 50,000 backlinks to your site in 24 hours. Okay? I'm looking at this one right here. 22 PR5 to 20 PR8 backlinks. Now, before I get this, if you don't go with this guy, that's okay. I've given this guy a lot of business in the last couple of days. I don't know who he is. Okay? But here's what I'm going to look at. I want to make sure all these stars are lit up. I want to make sure that he's got a lot of buyers. These guys here, they're happy, okay? So he's going to go and do 22 links. That's natural. That's okay. That's nothing crazy, all right? And we're going to point it directly to this home page here, okay? That's going to boost our home page for those keywords. That's it. Simple little $5 gig. That's it, guys. That's it. Start there. Start with one site. Don't go do 100 sites at once. Starts with one site. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm experienced. But I want to perfect this. And then I'm going to bubble it all out. I'm going to put together a strategy. And then I'm going to head over to a site called, I want you guys to write this down because here's what I know. I've created a lot of software over my life. And I can tell you, India and Pakistan do an amazing job creating software. If you want to have a support desk ran, or if you want to do admin stuff, then Romania and Tunisia have some amazing staff over there to run that stuff. But if you just want somebody to go online, play on the internet a little bit, find your listings for you in those 9 niches, remember, real estate, retail, doctor, attorney, nightclubs, gyms, car dealerships, then we reach out to the Philippines. And I'm going to give you my source right now, onlinejobs.ph. That's where you can pick up a developer, actually an outsourcer, for $2 an hour. There's also another one called easyoutsource.com. Those 2 sites right there, you can pick up an outsourcer for $2 an hour. I promise you. I know you're saying, Chad, you're crazy. Trust me. I've been in this business 14 years. And you give them that spreadsheet. You say, here's those 9 niches. I want you to go into Casper, Wyoming, and I want you to fill this spreadsheet for real estate. And then, after that, I want you to go to Casper, Wyoming. I want you to fill this spreadsheet for all the restaurants. And then after that, you go over here to wherever, San Luis Obispo. I want you to fill this page for real estate. They're doing the same thing over and over and over. And it should get to the point where it just becomes cookie cutter, instant for them, and you're not going to have to spend a lot of money. And what that does is that builds up the credibility to your site right away. The other thing is, I would go ahead and make one of your listings featured, and I would make a couple listings premium. Don't leave those blank. Why? Because you can rank for these keywords, you can get to the top of the search engine. They need to get the idea, okay? They need to see that, hey, Lisa has this hot spot, so that when Kevin, and I happen to know these two don't like each other, but when Kevin sees that Lisa has these hot spots, he's going to either call me up or he's going to send me an email and say, hey, why is she up above me in the search engine? I don't like her. I want that spot. And I say, Kevin, no problem. So make sure you have these spots filled even if you don't have a paying client yet. Number one, it shows them the possibilities. Number two, remember, they're all competitive, so they're going to want to knock each other out. But number three, it makes your site look like you have a lot of business coming in. People are already spending money with you. Okay? So set those spots up ahead of time. Take care of your home page. Make sure the on-page SEO is there. Make sure the off-page SEO is there, which is this simple little $5 gig. Don't go crazy with your backlinks, guys. 22 of them. That's good enough. $5. I'm going to boost this page right here. As soon as I start seeing results, as soon as I start saying, wow, Chad, Lee, and John really knew what they were talking about that day. This stuff actually works. Then scale it up. Then rinse and repeat. Okay? How's that, guys? Let me come back over here. John, you there?
Hey guys, yes? Yep.
Let me show the OTL real
Here,
quick.
guys.
I think that's where most people. So if you guys have questions, if you can ask now, go ahead and ask your questions now. Okay, awesome. I appreciate the comments. Somebody said that's cruel. I'm going to assume that you're talking about my ex-wife, but honest to God, we have a great relationship. We're best friends today, so I'm just playing. Mind-blowing, fabulous, great. Is there a replay? Oh my, thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Cool. Well, that was a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys see the value of why you want this system, but now you not only saw, you see cool tools all the time, and you watch us do an amazing demonstration, but what I've given you, I've laid out the whole entire business plan for you today, and that's because we like Lee and we have a good relationship with them, and I have a good relationship with the Squeeze Moby team, so I just really wanted to over-deliver with you guys today. So now you have a whole business plan together, and there's no reason that you cannot go out there and just kill it, because there's nothing that I left out. I gave you everything that we're doing in my own business. I just laid it out for you guys. And the reason why is because I'm not worried, because you can literally go around the world setting up these sites, and obviously I know how easy it is to rank for these local keywords. And yes, you can even do it from the UK. You can do it in Malaysia. You can do it in the Philippines, right? Wherever there's businesses, wherever there is internet, you can do this. And if you think about it, I wasn't able to get in that strategy today, but when you start targeting businesses outside of the United States, all I can tell you is the cost for advertising gets really cheap. Matter of fact, this is something we discovered on a webinar last night. Each one of these webinars we do, there's like a big aha moment. But check this out. Let's say that you're setting up sites in the Philippines, okay? There's businesses there, and where there's businesses need more business. They need more leads, and they need more money, okay? So they're willing to spend money, all right? Even in the Philippines, people have to eat, they have to buy clothes, so obviously there's businesses. How cheap would it be if you did want to go business to business, but you didn't want to pick up the phone yourself, you never want to walk into a place of business, how cheap would it be to hire somebody in another country to do sales for you? Now I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that, because if we can have a full-time outsourcer working for $200 a month, $2 an hour, whatever you got, and if they're willing to do that, think about how cheap it would be to have somebody walk around their area and sell this service for you. Now, I haven't exactly put together that whole plan yet, but I'm just throwing it out there, okay? I'm just taking you guys to the same level I'm at right now. And the takeaway, there's a lot of possibilities with this tool because it's a done-for-you solution. It's hands-off. The system runs and sells itself. All you have to do is put a little bit of thought into this and make sure you're associated with the guys that you have on the call right now, because we care about your success, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure you see real profits. Cool?
Hey Chad, I personally thought that was absolutely fantastic. Got a whole lot of value from it, and things that I didn't even realise that I should be doing and I will be doing. And for the guys from the UK, yeah, hell, of course you can set these up from the UK. You don't have to have them local. We talk about competing locally. It's more kind of local keywords. We're not going after the big guns. We're not going after real estate. You know, we're not spending hundreds of thousands of dollars to actually ranking those. We're ranking local keywords, so local real estate, local restaurant, and you don't have to live near these places. All you have to be able to do is understand the process behind it, and exactly what Chad has said. Remember about making it keyword rich, and you will start to rank extremely fast. And like I said, YouTube videos especially do outrank websites generally 9 times out of 10. So the combination of the two, you really do have a powerhouse, and that is why, you know, I can't but recommend this highly enough. And the real beauty about Squeeze Mobi and Chad is that they don't just give you a product and say, hey, here you go, take it out of the box and see what you can do with it. They're actually showing you how you can use it and how you can make money from it, and that's what puts them head and shoulders above everybody else. So from me personally, before we do go through our bonuses, I appreciate that Chad does need to get off and get to church. Massive thanks for coming on the call, Chad, and we really do appreciate you answering all the questions and also showing an insight into what's working for you and what makes you as successful as you can using this exact software. I'm sure Chad will stay around for a few more minutes just to answer some questions, but you do need to get in now, guys. You've got him on the call, so ask your questions. Obviously, he has got to be somewhere else, so jump in now while you still can.
Yeah, and I got one thing that caught my attention. Who said that? Okay, I think Constance said, when you do rank these sites and 5 people want to be featured for the same 3 months, ooh, that is a dream come true. And in the sales presentation, here's what I show. These are similar sites, similar hot sites, okay? And if you look here, they're charging $1,895. And if we come over here, we can see that they're charging premium all the way up to $500. If you get to the point where they are fighting to have that spot, at that point, you can pretty much name your price. And here's something else I'm going to suggest to you guys. If we come over here to, when they click this link that says list your business, never, ever, 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 ever put your price on this page. The minute you do that, you are screwed. And let me explain why. If I am dealing with a realtor who just got their license, just got out of school, they're not going to have a big budget. They're not going to be able to afford $297 a month. So maybe I help her out and I give her a premium spot for $97 a month, okay? However, if I have $97 a month here and I get an attorney and he says, hey, I want your premium spot for $97 a month, do you know what, guys? I probably could have sold that attorney for $1,000 a month. Do not put prices out there. That's why we have set up this form like we have, so that you're able to follow up with the client. We are forcing you to get into this business whether you like it or not. They don't simply come over here and click a button to buy. We don't want that. We want you closing that client in email. That's why we've given you that closing script in the second offer. Okay? We want this to open doors for you. There was a lot of talk as we were laying this out. And we were originally going to have it to where you could just integrate it with PayPal or whatever, click a button, and then they could go ahead and place a listing. And it would have shot you in the foot because of the different niches, industries, and the areas. Never, ever, ever put your prices out there because they'll be different depending on a client. Let's see. So basically, you're getting the hot sites for $29.99, the other add-on for $69.99. Yep, exactly right. We're talking about $100 for everything. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you can't make back your original investment for this software that you can use for life, as well as this OTL that you can use for life, if you can't make back your investment on your first client, get out of this business because you're doing something wrong. I hate to be harsh, but we have done everything for you. We've even sold the damn platform for you to your client. It's an amazing software, guys. And I know I'm a gabber, I'm sorry, but I'm going to tell you one story. After church, I go to a restaurant called Perkins every Sunday. I'm about to be there in about an hour and a half. And for some reason, I decide to talk to everybody. And it's usually as simple as I just introduce myself and I'll talk to somebody, and I always ask a stupid question. I always shoot myself in the foot because I have more work than I can handle, and I'll say, well, what do you do? And I kid you not, it's always, well, I own a tanning salon, or I'm a realtor, or I'm in insurance business. And then it just rolls off my tongue, even though I know I'm shooting myself in the foot. I said, well, how's business? Well, you know, the oil boom's here. It's kind of hurting us a little bit, or we could use a lot of business. Okay, well, what do you do for business? Well, you know, we have that billboard out there on the interstate, or I have those movie previews, those ads that appear before the movies. I got stuff in the yellow page ads and everything else, and I always just look at the ground. I shake my head. I don't do it, Chad. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I still do. Well, you know, everybody's using the internet today. And more specifically, they're using Facebook and they're using directories, and let me show you what I can do. And then I'm in a position where I can just take out my phone and I say, watch this. I'm going to type in the keyword Wyoming real estate, one of the biggest keywords in Casper, Wyoming, and I show them my site. And I say, look, I'm at the top of the search engines. The reason why is because I know what I'm doing. And every single time, what can you do for my business? Now, guys, I never had to sell him once. I don't ever sell. I simply share the things that I know, and I'm nice, and I reach out to everybody. And the doors never stop opening, even on a Sunday morning when all I'm trying to do is eat my steak and eggs and mind my own business with my kids. The doors will never stop opening for you. The system sells itself. But you got to believe in it. You got to have faith in what you do, and you'll be amazed at the opportunities that are about to present themselves. Cool? I'll let you guys have it because I really do got to run out the door.
Yeah, thank you again. Once again, Chad, really do appreciate you. This is the first time we've had you in the Lead 7 group. I'm sure a lot of people have heard you speak before, but yeah, from everybody, I'm sure they're all going to thank you themselves. But yeah, thanks, and especially for getting up early for us, and we really do appreciate it.
Awesome. It was good hanging out with you guys too, and thanks, John, and I'll catch up with you guys later. And everybody on the call, I really do want to wish you all the best. Keep us posted with your success stories. You start ranking those sites, you start getting those leads coming in, keep us posted. It's a no-brainer, and Lee's bonuses here are awesome as well. So you guys have a good Sunday, and I'll catch up with you later. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I'm just going to stay on the call for a few more minutes and answer some questions and just give you kind of my overview of what we witnessed there. And yeah, you know, I'm always talking about making things keyword rich, and doing it on your sites makes perfect sense. What you've also got to think about as well is if you did any form of research into what some of these guys are paying per lead, you would be absolutely astonished. If you talk about real estate, if you talk about lawyers, solicitors in the UK, what they are willing to pay per lead is absolutely insane. Not 10, not 15, not 50, sometimes $100 plus easily for one lead. Now, if you're ranking for the local business, for those local leads, you will be able to charge a premium. But when I say charge a premium, and I'll look at my experiences of the UK, of places like Yale.com, and what you pay for a listing, you know, you're talking $20,000 for a premium listing, you know, full page spread. What you're doing, you're giving them that platform to be able to put their business in front of their clients by ranking these sites for those local keywords. And that is, you know, Chad mentioned about having that light bulb moment, and that's exactly was my light bulb moment. And I'm kind of undervaluing what I'm offering to people, and that's something that I will take from this call. But we'll just quickly go through the bonuses, and I will answer any questions. We've got John on the call still from the Squeeze Moby crew, who again can go into anything more technical for all those who have invested. But I'll just go through the bonuses one last time, and then I will happily answer any questions that you have. So for the main package itself, we're going to have 7 bonuses. You're going to have the Done For You mobile business logo. And when I say these bonuses, it's not a case of you having to wait for them. They are in your download page of the JVisa account for instant access. So everything as well has been put together to complement social mobile hot sites. And I'm sure all together this will improve your business. So bonus 1, Done For You mobile logo pack, Done For You consultant logo pack with PSDs, corporate identity pack, mobile business cards, Facebook ads with editable PSDs, social media presentation, super graphics pack, Facebook timeline images and PSDs. And yes, anyone who's saying I've purchased through your link, well, like, yes, it's in your download. So just go over there. For the OTO one bonuses, obviously we want you to use Facebook as much as possible, so we're making your ads stand out. So we'll give you a software that you can create unlimited ads with different borders, different features within the actual ads itself. Timeline Express, yes, we're going to give you 9 timelines that you can use in the PSDs, but now you can create your own if you want to do something unique through the software. And everything that we provide, you know, you can do it for yourself or you can do it for your clients. Banner creators, again, you can create your own custom banner using high converting pre-formatted banner layouts, once again, for you or for your clients. Presentations, I'm more big in presentations. Whether you do a presentation locally and go to a business and speak to them, whether you do a presentation online, it's a PowerPoint presentation that you can use as you see fit, and it's all based around social media, YouTube, even Bitcoin we put in there, and Google AdWords, email marketing. The lead booster, again, it's a WordPress plugin that you can get, so you can display a countdown timer, create that urgency. You can embed videos of any purpose. You can boldly display e-covers for your upcoming products. There's a whole host of things that you can do with that actual plugin. The OTO2 bonus, again, we're giving the fan page manager, which you can basically manage as many fan pages that you are an admin over, and there's loads of other features within that. Really is a fantastic software. Coupon creator, again, people love coupons. It gets them hooked in. Fantastic to go with the restaurants. Fantastic to go with anything kind of gyms on those lines. But coupons are fantastic, and you can make unlimited coupons. And the offer funnel, if you now want to get those little micro commitments, start to advertise through Facebook or whichever way you see fit, you can use the offer funnel to do that. So what I'm going to do now is quickly dash over to the questions and ask some questions. Okay, so we've got a lot of questions coming in saying thank you, and I guys, you know that was a lot of value by Chad. It really was, and it's fantastic when they come in and say this is what you should be doing to use the product. And you know, Chad covered a hell of a lot of things, but there may be things that you are thinking now, well, I could be doing this, I could be doing that, and yes, we have give you those profitable niches to go into, but there's so many other niches you may have an expertise in, you may have that foot in the door already, and that's why what we give you can be easily editable and change at the touch of a button. All the PSDs that we give are editable, and the software itself is editable as well. So please ask any questions in a way, and Jan, if you want to jump in and possibly add anything that we have missed, I will happily hand over to you.
Hey guys, yep. Yeah, so any questions, guys, just let me know, and we'll talk about, you know, what your questions, training. Yes, Vincent, so the training, all of those are going to be in the members area. So there's going to be videos and texts there. We even have a quick start videos and even a product manual where you can, you know, basically download that one and read it and see how to, you know, work, how to manipulate the system, you know, so you have that resource at your fingertips, basically, in the members area. All right? Cool.
Yeah, John, who, and that'd be interesting. Who's doing the 3 webinars that we speak about in the OTO2? I myself don't know that. Could you let them know who are doing the webinars? So the training of the OTO2.
You know, but it's going to be me and Chad. Chad is going to be there definitely, and I'm going to also be talking about some things, you know, about the training and all of those. So we're definitely going to have all those ideas and tell you guys, you know, how to really get those leads, get that, you know, get you in the spy game, as we say it, because we call it the espionage training. So we're going to get you become, you know, we're going to train you to become internet spies. How does that sound, guys?
Cool. Yeah, I think with everything, Jan, and it's a lot of what we do online is about, first of all, initially getting started. That is the hardest point. They always say the first sale is always the hardest and the most difficult. So what we need to do, like I always say, is surround ourselves with the best tools available and showcase our product, our services to the people out there. And this social mobile hot sites, it will definitely allow you to put yourself on that platform, and even more so once they're ranked, once you've used the training that Chad just gave us, people contacting you. How awesome is that? We all talk about making things as easy as possible, outsourcing things, but to have people actually call you and want this service is taking it to the next level of doing as little as possible. Yes, we need to do a little bit up front, but once they are ranked, once people see the competition, once people see people using the actual listing services, people will be competing and ringing you and competing for that top premium hotspot. And that is why, again, I really do endorse this. And a lot of people already have said who they're in. Is there anybody who sat on the fence, would like me to show them something else? We can even show you the software. It's entirely up to you. Is there anything that you think, okay, does it do this? Does it do that? This is the time to ask, because, like Jan said today, this offer is closing this evening. It's closing, and I believe, again, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not reopening. Most times offers do open and they come back at a higher price and people still get in then, but I believe this offer is shutting down and giving all the people within the members area the ability to use the software and reach out to the Squeeze Mobi crew, and they will really look after those. So it shuts tonight at midnight EST, I believe. John, is that right?
Yes, Lee, you're right. You're correct. We're going to be shutting this down, and so that everything is going to be exclusive, and we're going to have all those suggestions, and we're going to make updates to the product as well. So we can concentrate on those and taking care of all of you guys who are, in the social Mobi hot site. So there's a question here. Can't make the webinar dates. Well, we're going to be providing replays. Everything's going to be in the members area. So if you get the OTO2, you will see all of those. You will see videos there. You will have it in there. You will see summaries, what we talked about during the webinars. We're going to be seeing links and basically, give you an easy time to review what we talked about basically during the training.
Yeah, and just on this point, guys, as well, I know it's something that we don't normally do with regards once an offer is closed, but what I will do, I'm recording this now, and it was an immense value what Chad gave us. So anybody who's got in now and wants to go over again what Chad just showed on the webinar, I'll send you the replay as long as the technical gremlins don't kind of interrupt anything that's going on in the back end. But I will send the replay out of this. Sure, you can't purchase the products after this evening, but you will still have that reference to see exactly what he was doing and how he recommends you to rank these actual sites. So, guys, I think all that's left to say is obviously, we want to know who's in. Obviously, we want to know who's getting the bonuses. We want to know if anybody sat on the fence. And loads of people are saying that we're in, and that's great. We got in beforehand, even amazing. Is there anybody who was sat on the fence before and they saw Chad's training and thought, wow, yeah, I can do that? Is there anybody who was like that and came onto the call and realized, yes, they can make this work? And that'd be nice to know as well, knowing that the training that we are giving out is value and you are seeing that immense value with the training. Okay, I was in beforehand, no problem at all. All right. Okay, Marie says yes. Okay, guys, any more questions coming in? Really do need you to ask us. I appreciate a lot of people do stay on the call, and I always say that out of politeness for us, but this is the time to actually answer. Do you want to add anything, John, before anybody goes? I'm quite happily over.
Yeah, there's a few questions here. Embed a pic of the coupon, Michelin. Yes, that's absolutely possible. You can absolutely do that. Put that in there. It's all very easy. Inside, this is a WYSIWYG editor, and you'll be able to upload images and text in there easily, just like you're typing up a document in Word.
Okay. Yeah, words. I'll try.
There's absolutely no coding, no HTML, and everything. So we made it as easy. We made the platform as easy as possible for everybody.
Yeah, one other thing I've just realised, and I think it's an absolutely major part as well, and what people need to realise is that the actual listings, the social Mobi hot sites, are mobile optimised. Go and have a look at how many people's websites are mobile optimized, and you'll be absolutely staggered that aren't. It's a stupid amount of people, a percentage, but over 50% of people now search via their mobile device. Now, not having that mobile optimization, they're losing 50% of actual clients, of eyes on their product. So again, that's another selling point for you when you go to clients, prospective clients, and show them exactly that. What better way to be online at their place? Get out your mobile device and say, this is exactly what the site looks like. Look at it. You can look at it through your Samsung Galaxy S5. You can look at it through your iPhone. Get your iPad out, have a look at it. So again, people do want to pay for that, and people expect that now. And by using the software, you can provide that very, very easily. And that is, again, why I'm so in favour of Squeedmouse, because they always make sure that everything they provide is absolute 100% quality.
Yeah. Hey, Lee, can I grab presenter for a bit from you? I'm just going to
Please,
show that mobile.
please.
How it's going to look like on mobile. So just a preview for all you guys. So this is actually Chad's website here. So this is how it's going to look like on mobile. So there you go. You guys see that? So that's how it's going to look like. And you can see it's mobile optimized. And yeah, well, we really thought about that, and because mobile is a very big thing right now, and you want your listings to be mobile friendly, and easy to access on a mobile device.
Yeah, definitely. And if you
All
don't,
right, so
you're leaving money on the table, like we said, and that is the last thing that you want to do.
Yep. So I hope you guys can see this. So mobile, tablets, browser, Facebook, we got it all covered for you. Everybody, all your visitors will have access to that. So whatever way it is, they're going to access your site. They will be able to see that. So no one's going to get errors. No one's going to get redirected to anywhere when they try to access your website.
Okay, superb. And also, you're not limited to just one either. Is that right? You've got 9 different ones, 9 different templates in there. But again, correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have to stick with them. If you had something different, you could quite easily adapt them. You could change the images. You could change the logo very easy. And there's what you said before. It's not a case of going in and having to change any code. It's simply going in, very much drag and drop, very much at the touch of a button, being able to create these sites and have them up within what would you say, less than 10 minutes to be able to do. I'm just playing now in the background now with the site and actually using them and knowing exactly what I'm going to be doing with it.
Yep. So I think I'll let me show that the OTO1 functionality. So let me just go in here in the back end. Just give me a moment. I'll show you how you change that. How you basically change that. To change it to a different niche. All right, so just
No, Kim, I'll just answer some questions while I know what I know. Basically, Kim, everything that they do, the Squeeze Mobile, is mobile optimized. So that one site that you get from the premium sites, you will get the mobile optimization. That's the big feature that I believe of the software. So everything that you have is mobile optimized.
Yep, everything, Kim. So yeah, so everything in there is going to be optimized. And here's just a side-by-side view on mobile and on a browser, what Chad's site looks like. He's really going to be doing this. He's really looking to make a lot of money out of this. So, and he's been bugging us with what we need, what feature updates he wants, and that can help him and everybody else. So that's what we're doing. We're going to be, that's what we're doing. We're looking into the things that we need that can be changed, it can be improved, and we're going to be doing that. So you're going to be getting full-time support from us and updates, and we're going to make this platform better. All right, we're going to keep on, working on it and keep it making it better. And here's just a sample, if you can still see my screen, of the different niches and basically how to change that. So we're giving you these 12 ones, including the alternate city niches. So basically what you do is you just change that up. You just click. All right, I'll just show you how to exactly do that. All right, so here's the initial version of this in the back. This is its back end. So you click on, let's say we want to change it to this restaurant theme, and you just refresh, and everything changes just like that. All right, so that's very fast, very quick on how you will, how to change that. Constance, well, because that's a different product, and we'll see how to put those two together. But I think you can link it also to to that product as well. I mean these links that you do, I mean it's like this, for example. It's a restaurant, and you have that product, right? And you go to their website and you see it's really not just working for them. So let's see if this is a good website or not. And this is something that you can do, and everybody could do this. And that's why we want you guys to close these things by email, or if you want to do it, you go out there and you close it face to face, or by email, of course, because we want you guys to have a personal relationship with these business owners, because because you will have a whole lot of other services, right? So you can easily, hey, do you have a Facebook page or something? And then they say no. Hey, I can help you with that. Exactly what Chad said, when he goes to this restaurant on Sundays and basically just talks to other business owners. And you're not selling anything. You're just sharing your experiences, and the close comes naturally. And so if you have that, you have this, let's say this restaurant site, and it's not that very good. So all you do is just, hey, I can help you. Here's something that I have that can help you. It can probably help you improve the look of your restaurant site. So you give them, you sell them, you close them on a premium listing, and then after that you build up that relationship, and then you can go to the next level and help them out with other business, with other other of your services as well. And you help them out. Of course, they're going to pay you. And yeah, because it's that service you're getting. It's the value that you're giving them. They're going to appreciate that, and of course they're going to reciprocate and pay you in exchange for that. All right, sound good, guys? And just to add in there, we have one of our customers here, one of our members, who have this site, who built up her own site, and she was able to close, in addition to closing premium listings and featured listings, she was able to close $2,000 of her other services. So that's a lot. It's not just this. It's all your other services as well. She said, it's a very good foot in the door product, and that's what it can do for you too. All right, does it sound good, guys? Awesome.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Awesome.
I don't think there's many more questions coming in. But what I will say is, obviously, like everything else, if you're not entirely 100% happy, and if you can't make your money back with all the products, there is a guarantee as well. But believe me, if you do, remember what I said right early doors. It's very much getting into this and committing to this and saying, right, this is what you're going to do. And the first hurdle, the hardest hurdle, is actually starting and committing to it. And then once you start to get those ranked, once you start people coming through and those paychecks coming to you, it's all worthwhile. And it's very little work to be able to get those premium listings, and a lot of money, $97 upwards for those listings. So what I would say is, we give you all the advice, we give you all the information, we put the products in front of you. Now really it is over to you. We put the links in there. The office shuts at midnight tonight, EST. It's not reopening. So this really is, we're not playing that scarcity factor. We are just saying the offer is shutting down. We've showcased it for the last 3 or 4 days. If you don't see the immense value in it and it's not right for you, then so be it. But for all those that have jumped on, let us know your success stories. Let us know how you've ranked in those local directories, because we always want to know people, how well they do and use that. And if you combine everything together with the training that Chad just gave, there is no reason whatsoever why you cannot make this a success. So what we will do is, for the last few minutes, I will just leave it open and ask your questions. Now, unless there's anything else that you wanted to add, Jan, then we will happily shut up shop in the next 2 minutes.
Cool, guys. Yeah, I'd just like to thank everybody here from the Lead 7 community. And I think I'm good. And just, if you do have questions, though, just let me know. Just let us know, and we'll answer those things for you. Even strategy sessions, strategy questions. All right? So, yeah, go ahead, Lee, and if you can answer some of these questions.
Yeah, Kevin, I'm just going to send you a message now. Just hit me up on email, mate, because I'm not 100% sure. Was it the actual link that I showed you how to basically the link that showed you how to find pages without timeline covers and so on and so on? Is that what you're talking for? But if that's not what you're talking for, hit me up on email. You've got my email address, and I'll happily answer them. Yeah, some more questions coming in. Do you remember link for trends? No problem, Kevin, at all. No problem at all. So, guys, all that's left to say, really, if there's no more questions coming in, is to thank Squeeze Moby, to thank Jan. Really do put a fantastic show on wherever they do come. I'm sure you will obviously agree with me there, is to thank them and to say the links are there now. Take them. If you haven't already got in, you have till tonight to do it. And then, I'm sorry, we have no choice over that. But also, I will send out the replay, and we'll also basically give you that, and you can use that as reference for what Chad showed us. No, I really appreciate that, Michelin saying it's the best support I've ever had. We really do appreciate that, and we always strive to do that support. Obviously, the Lead 7 support and the Squeeze Moby support, it's a 24-hour support. You send your tickets in and they will get answered as soon as humanly possible. Okay. No problem, Steve. We're looking forward to you getting onto this as well. And believe me when we say, do send us in your success stories. Do send us what's working well for you, and share that with us, because we really do appreciate it. Yeah, Kim, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. My SEO experience, bar from ranking YouTube videos, and ranking YouTube videos is very easy for me with regards when I'm using those keywords, but I didn't realize how easy it was to transfer those skills, what I do know from ranking YouTubes and making keyword reach, to these sites, and the hot sites make it so much easier by being able to change things without having to go into the back end, without having to change the code, and with the links that they showed you of getting those backlinks and then getting those social bookmarks really does make it a whole lot easier, and it's something that I will take away from this call as well. So guys, once again, massive thanks. I appreciate we've kept you a lot longer than intended, but it really is, couldn't work without you answering your questions. And then, like I say, enjoy the rest of your evening, wherever you are, if it's late, if it's early. Thank you once again, and we'll speak to you very soon. Thanks, Jan. Really appreciate it, mate.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thank you. Thank you very much, guys.